Retailers are banking on a Boxing Day boost, dramatically slashing prices to encourage shoppers to open their wallets. Rochelle Murdoch reports this year's sales could break records.
Shoppers around the country are expected to spend a whopping $2.6 billion, eclipsing all previous Boxing Day records. New South Wales is on track to spend the most at $871 million, closely followed by Victoria at $825. In Queensland, they're expecting a slightly more modest $441 million. Shoppers have been lining up outside stores since 3 a.m. and throughout the course of the day, some stores are expecting to see as many as 2 million people walk through their doors. Many are putting on live shows and offering entertainment to further entice shoppers to open their wallets. But this year, not everyone plans to brave the crowds to bag a bargain. A new survey from PayPal shows more than half of all people believe they're better off shopping online rather than in store. Consumers are expected to zero in on major household items like fridges, washing machines and TVs. Food and clothing will also be high on the list. The Australian Retailers Association has raised concerns that online shopping events last month could eat into this year's result, which could further have an impact on the nation's sluggish economy.
Joining me live now is Russell Zimmerman from the Australian Retailers Association. Russell, thanks for your time this morning.
It's fine. Good morning. How is everyone?
Very well, thank you. Recovering from a lot of Christmas lunch yesterday, but doing okay. Let's talk about the bargains today. What is the spending forecast?
The forecast for today is $2.5 billion nationally across Australia. And we're expecting that number to be pretty close to what we see. There are a lot of people out in shopping centres, and I'm in the CBD of Sydney, and there's a large crowd through the CBD. So hopefully we're going to see the $2.5 billion spent.
Yeah, nice to see so many people out this morning trying to take advantage of the sales. But Russell, the economy, it has been fairly sluggish of late. There's been interest rate and tax cuts. Will that be enough to boost sales today?
Look, I think it comes down to Australians love sales, and they particularly love Boxing Day sales. And I think that there is enough in there to boost the economy, to get the retailers over the line. Yes, it has been a little bit quieter coming up to Christmas, but having said that, things like Black Friday and Cyber Monday certainly put a big impact into the sales, and we expect that today will also be very strong.
Do you mean it puts an impact into it in that Cyber Monday and Black Friday are becoming so large that it eats away and people are spending less on Boxing Day, or does it just add to, I guess, the energy and the build-up to these sales?
Look, I think there's a bit of both. There's a bit of energy in the build-up to sale, but I think it also is around what we did in the pre-Christmas sales, where people actually bought on the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales and probably didn't spend quite as much in the lead up to Christmas. But as I said earlier, I'm expecting that today will be very strong, and that consumers always love the Boxing Day sales, and they'll be out in force.
Russell, you're out there yourself today, taking a look around at some of the bargains you can pick up. What's some of the best ones that you can see out there, and what do you recommend if people are looking to buy some things? What can they really take advantage of to pick up a good bargain?
Well, look, obviously clothing and footwear is the big item at this point in time. And the reason for that is many people start looking and thinking about what's happening as they are going to return back to work in 2020. And so they're going to these sales with a view to get themselves set up for their work year. So a lot of the sales will be around clothing and footwear. But that's not to say things like bedding, sheeting, electrical, household goods, they'll all be very important. But I think today a lot of people are going to be looking on the clothing and footwear stores, and that's where it seems to be. The other area that's very important at this time is the luxury good area. We're seeing a lot of people looking at the luxury goods stores, and that's great to see people looking at those bargains there as well.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds very tempting. I might have to go myself this afternoon and check it out. Thanks for the insight this morning, Russell.